Hello and welcome to part 2 of Mr. Rigden's Python course. I am Jason Rigden, aka Mr. Rigden, and in part 2 we're going to be talking about the Python interpreter and the interactive mode. So, okay, so first of all, compiled versus interpreted. So some languages get compiled into machine code. Others are read and executed by an interpreter. So like C would be a good example of a compiled language, and Python is a good example of a interpreted language. So Python programs are just text files with a .py extension to the file name. These files need an interpreter to execute. So you've probably already, if you're watching this video, hopefully you've already got a Python interpreter installed, Python 3. And so you kind of see you got to install Python into your system before we can start running Python scripts or programs. So let's make a simple Python file here. So we're going to use Nano because if you watch any of my videos, you know I love Nano. So let's just go here. We're going to go into the terminal. Nano. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's see what was the next one I want to do. Okay, so I just want to do this function here called print hello world. So this is inside the file hello_world.py, and we're running the print function that will print out hello world. We'll save that and execute the program. So Python hello world, and boom, there you go, prints out hello world. So you can see Python, it's just like a lot of programs where you call Python and then you give it a file to open up essentially. So Python here, and the file we want it to run is hello world.py. Now let's go into the interactive mode. So you can see this little example of what interactive mode looks like. So we can go in here and just say Python, just Python without any file to open up. We can see that it gives you a version number, tells you about your system and the date and time, and then you get this little interactive prompt. So we can actually just do that. Let's see what I have saved. Here we go. So I can just say that same code that we had in the file, we're going to put in this interactive interpreter, and look what happens when we do that. It actually executes the code. So each line we enter into the interactive interpreter, it will execute. Hence the interactive nature of it. So, yes, that's what we just did. We did print hello world, hello world. So this, like I said, this would be a good time to make sure you're running Python 3. As I am here, I'm running Python 3.5.2. Just make sure you're running Python 3. If you saw my first video, I talked about Python 2 versus Python 3. Python 2 is old and not compatible with Python 3. It's unfortunately is the default on many systems. So make sure you're running the right system or the right version of Python on your system. Python 2 is going to end of life in 2020, so we really want to avoid, don't waste your time messing around with it too much, and don't write your programs for a version of a language that's going to be old. So that was it. That was the Python interpreter. Hopefully you got a brief little introduction to the way it is, what it looks like, and how it works. I can expand on this more. If you have any questions or thoughts, just put them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.